GoPro, company that invented action cameras in the early 2000s, dominating the industry and raking in billions, but its stock crashed from $94 to just 70 cents, with a 40% chance of bankruptcy. Did this all happen because of its CEO, Nick Woodman, who chased risky flops and cashed out a massive $285 million in 2014, becoming America's highest-paid CEO and also hit billionaire status? GoPro, once known for its affordable gear, loved by content creators and athletes, capturing adventures like surfing, skydiving, or mountain biking. But now, it's a forgotten name, shunned by the masses, and losing out to rivals.
I'm not the biggest fan of GoPro stuff. I want to be. I want to love it. I have like all of it because I think the potential is there for it to be great. I'm just always kind of let down with how my footage looks.
And how did a billion-dollar dream collapse? Will it crash into bankruptcy or stage a comeback? Action camera, a little gadget small enough to hold and strong enough to survive crazy stuff like water, dust, and wild bumps. Built to capture pictures and videos of epic moments such as surfing giant waves, skydiving from 10,000 feet, or racing bikes down rocky mountains. But in the early 2000s, before action cameras, you needed pro gear with big, heavy cameras, waterproof cases, tripods to capture adventure, and that cost a fortune. Then steps Nick Woodman, who changed everything. 2002, Nick went on a surf trip in Australia. He wanted to capture himself surfing, but he couldn't because the professional camera rigs were way too expensive and needed a team of professionals. So he got an idea. He grabs a $20 Kodak Max 35mm disposable camera and ties it to his wrist with a rubber band and dives into the surf. Shaky, grainy, bam, but this works. Thinking, why not a camera for everyone's wild side? It was not just a fix for his own problem, but also it's a game changer, a way to let anyone save their boldest memories in a simple way. That's when he decided to build something big, starts a company called GoPro. And the name wasn't random. Nick and his surf crew used to dream of going pro, becoming pro surfers, capturing their greatest moments in stunning detail. And GoPro wasn't just a cool name, it was the mission to hand that pro-level thrill to anyone, anywhere, affordably. Nick Woodman, the founder of GoPro, born in Menlo Park, California on June 24, 1975, got a bachelor's degree in visual arts and a minor in creative writing from the University of California, San Diego in 1997. After education on his entrepreneurial journey, he started 2 companies before GoPro. His first venture, Empower All, launched in the late 1990s, was a gaming and marketing platform allowing users to earn in-game currency through marketing activities. However, it struggled to attract a user base and advertisers, ultimately running out of funds and closing due to insufficient traction. Following this, Woodman started Funbug, another online gaming platform launched in 1999 with $3.9 million from investors hyped on the dot-com boom, which also failed, leaving him financially and mentally drained by the early 2000s. After failing, that surf trip sparked GoPro, an action camera to capture adventures in an affordable way and build for everyone. He started this company, and for the funding, he had some savings around $30,000. And with that, he sells shell jewelry and belts in his 1971 VW van in California, making another $10,000. With that, his mom gives him around $35,000 cash, and his dad a total of $200,000 loan, and later converted this into a 6.4% equity stake in GoPro by 2014. That's $275,000 funding in total. September 2004, their first product was launched, the GoPro Hero, a simple 35mm waterproof film camera with a wrist strap designed for extreme sports, with specifications of 2.5 by 3 inches dimensions, weight of 0.45 pounds, and functionality to a depth of 15 feet, with a clear case, camera strap, and ski glove adapter lash, and sold for $20, which was cheap compared to any other professional camera. At the San Diego trade show, a Japanese distributor ordered 100 units at $20 each, $2,000 in hand, proving that there was demand. And in the first year of its launch, sales hit over $150,000. With their first product a hit, GoPro transformed from basic film camera to digital powerhouse and released a series of products. In April 2005, they released their first digital action camera, called GoPro Digital Hero. It captured both photos and video, was waterproof to 15 feet, and laid the groundwork for digital expansion with 10-second video capability, but had no audio capability. Still, this product generated $800,000 in revenue. Next year, in 2007, they released Digital Hero 3 with improved version featuring better image quality and a wide-angle lens, enhancing appeal for action sports and offering unlimited audio and video, and sales by the end of the year reached $3.4 million. Then 2009, they launched their first full HD camera, the GoPro HD Hero, and it changed everything. It could record in full HD 1080p, waterproofing to 130 feet with an optional case, and with that, revenue jumped to $8 million that year. From 2010 to 2014, they started becoming a global brand. HDH Hero series exploded in popularity because of user-generated content made by athletes, adventurers, and especially content creators using it to record their extreme sports and travels. GoPro HD Hero 3, released in June 2012, was smaller and lighter, offering 4K video at 15 frames per second and 1080p at 60 frames per second with improved stabilization. This model pushed sales to $526 million, capturing 21.5% of the US camcorder market, and the 4K capability was ahead of its time, attracting professional filmmakers. GoPro's financial trajectory during this period was remarkable, driven by product innovation and strategic funding. Revenue grew from $1 million in 2004 to $1.39 billion by 2014, and with that, funding keeps rolling. In 2008, GoPro received $10 million from Riverwood Capital, and in 2011, they raised a $50 million Series C round, led by Riverwood Capital and other investors, bringing total venture capital to $60 million by that year. And in 2012, Foxconn invested $200 million for an 8.8% stake, valuing GoPro at approximately $2.27 billion. With that, they entered into their golden years, 2014 to 2015. GoPro went public on June 26, 2014. IPO prices at $24 per share, raised $427 million, valuing the company at $2.95 billion. And by October 7, 2014, stock hit an all-time high of $94. Nick Woodman cashes in big. 2014 pay hits $284.5 million in stock awards, crowning him America's highest paid CEO. And also, he owns 47% of GoPro, which lands him on Forbes' billionaire list at age 39. Same year, they launched GoPro Hero 4, featuring a touchscreen interface, 4K video at 30 frames per second, and enhanced stabilization and low-light performance. The revenue for 2014 reached $1.39 billion, with $128 million net profit. 2015 tops it, $1.62 billion revenue with $36 million profit, ships 6.6 million units, fueled by holiday sales and global retail such as Best Buy and Amazon. GoPros everywhere, Shaun White's 2014 Olympic gold rerun clips, Kelly Slater's viral barrel rides, and even NASA slapping them on rockets. GoPro becomes a lifestyle, not just a gadget, and with that, their YouTube channel exploded. 1 million subscribers by 2015. Videos rack up billions of views. GoPro's marketing genius was evident in its reliance on user-generated content, particularly on YouTube. Users shared footage of adventures, creating viral content that fueled sales and built a community. April 28, 2015, GoPro acquired Color, a spherical media and virtual reality startup based in Chambéry, France. With that, GoPro partnered with Red Bull to co-produce and distribute content, aligning the brand with extreme sports and adventure lifestyles, and also collaboration with the X Games provided GoPro with a platform to showcase its camera's capabilities in capturing high adrenaline sports, further solidifying its presence in the action sports community. GoPro's ecosystem during this peak included a range of mounts and harnesses, such as helmet mounts, handlebar mounts, chest harnesses, and head straps, allowing users to attach cameras to various objects or body parts for versatile filming. Then, GoPro app, launched in 2011 and enhanced by 2014, 2015 enabled users to control cameras remotely, view live footage, edit videos, and share content on social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram, locking users into the platform. This ecosystem was crucial for user engagement, with accessories contributing significantly to revenue, estimated at $300 million in 2015. But can this peak hold, or is trouble brewing? Everything was rolling smoothly, but then stock dropped from $94 to $25 by December 2015, then again crashed to $9 by February 2016, a 90% plus crash from its high. But why? And what happened? Q4 2015 earnings flop. Revenue drops 31% to $437 million. With that, profit flips to a 25-cent per share loss. Blame lands on the Hero 4 Session, a $399 cube camera, but no screen. Flopped so bad, they cut to $199 after weak sales. And this doesn't just end here. GoPro tried to collaborate with DJI to expand from action cameras to drones, but they rejected their offer. Seeing this, they launched their own drone. GoPro Karma, launched in October 2016 for $800, was intended to challenge DJI but became a significant misstep. Many users face problems such as drone power fails and crashes in mid-air. And on the other hand, DJI's Mavic Pro steals the drone show because it was cheaper and had no problems. Seeing this, on November 2016, GoPro recalled all 2,500 units after 16 days of its launch, and this recall led to full refunds for customers. Also, GoPro stock again sinks below $10. Full year of 2016, revenue crashed from $1.62 billion to $1.19 billion, with a net loss of $419 million. Quarter 3 alone loses $104 million on $241 million sales. Hero 5 Black launched in 2016 at $399, solid 4K, but sales drag, and by 2017, price slashed to $299. Woodman says buyers won't pay launch prices a year later. GoPro bought Kohler in 2015 and spent $105 million on splice and replay in 2016 for media and editing. But by 2018, no sales, no boost. Competition intensified with Xiaomi, and Yi entering the action camera market with lower-priced alternatives. Xiaomi's Mi 4K action camera, released in 2016, offered 4K video at a fraction of GoPro's price. Yi technology, with models like the Yi 4K, also undercut GoPro. Smartphones with 4K capabilities and stabilization also undercut GoPro's casual market. In January 2018, GoPro laid off 250 employees, around 20% of its workforce, from 1,254 to 1,000 after the drone failure. More layoffs followed, reflecting cost-cutting amid declining revenues. September 2017, Hero 6 Black released, offered 4K 60 FPS and 1080p 240 FPS, while Hero 7 Black, released September 2018, introduced hypersmooth stabilization and time warp. These were seen as incremental, not breakthroughs, aligning with the user's stagnation narrative, lacking the innovation of earlier models like Hero 3's 4K. And to make it even worse, Insta360 and DJI Osmo Action hit hard, cheaper, sleeker options, and new features like 360-degree camera. And again, GoPro's stock crashed to $4 to $6 range. Woodman's that 2014 cash, making him the highest paid CEO. But in 2018, he cut his pay to just $1. 2021 starts with a flicker of hope. GoPro revenue reaches $1.16 billion, up from 2020's $891 million, thanks to pandemic outdoor booms. Net profit hits $371 million, but camera sales soften, 4.3 million units compared to 6.6 million in 2015. GoPro's subscription service, launched in 2018, has been a critical component of its recovery strategy, offering cloud storage, automatic uploads, and access to editing tools like Quick, Its subscriber numbers grew from 1.9 million to 2.5 million by December 31st, 2023. This growth, aligning with the user's outline, contributed to recurring revenue. During 2021 to 2023, GoPro released two significant camera models: Hero 9 Black in September 2020 and Hero 10 Black in September 2021, with sales continuing into the recovery period. Hero 9 introduced a front-facing screen for vlogging, 5K video at 30 frames per second, and improved Hypersmooth 2.0 stabilization. And Hero 10, released in 2021, featured a GP2 processor for better performance, 5.3K video at 60 frames per second, and Hypersmooth 4.0 enhanced stabilization. Karma's 2016 mess got cut in 2018 and only focuses on action cameras. Hero 11 Black launched in 2022 for $399. Sales hold at $1 billion, but far from 2015's peak. After all this recovery, GoPro's current state could get worse. There's still a 31 to 39% chance GoPro might go bankrupt in 2025. Their stock's so low, NASDAQ might kick them off if it stays under $1 too long. Companies losing tons, around $96 million in 2023. GoPro's not the big deal it used to be. It's like a faded star stuck with Woodman's old wins. People call it a has-been tied to his name. Why is it so bad? Inside, they lean too hard on one camera, Hero, and Woodman's big ideas, like the Karma drone and media stuff, flopped big time, costing millions. Rivals stayed on top and beat them up, and Woodman didn't fight back fast enough. That 2014 haul, it's worth less now, but back then, it was a huge chunk of cash they could have used. He wouldn't switch things up. No cheap cameras, no new lens tricks, just kept doing the same old thing, draining their juice. So, the big question, did he rob GoPro? Not like stealing money from a bank, but his ego and bad calls sucked away what GoPro could have been, leaving it weak and struggling.